We've all heard of the myth of Sisyphus before. We have Sisyphus, who is fated to push a boulder up a hill for eternity, only for it to fall back down from the hill once he gets to the top. The myth is used as a metaphor to describe the seemingly meaningless nature of life, because at times life can seem kind of like a pointless struggle that we're all working towards. We've all probably felt this way before, where the things that we're working toward just don't seem to go anywhere. I think the perfect example of this for me is this YouTube channel. But what if I told you that the struggle actually isn't real? Let me explain. So what I mean when I say that the struggle isn't real is exactly that. There truly is no struggle, unless we perceive there to be a struggle. Now, of course, when you hear this, you might be inclined to say something like,
"Whoa, you broke it." Whoa. What in the...
And it can be difficult to accept this idea. I get that, and it took me a while to accept it as well. But there truly is only a problem if you think that there is one. And once you accept this idea, life suddenly becomes way less stressful. It's about controlling things that are within your control and not caring about things that are outside of your control. And the thing that we are in control of is our response to external situations. We certainly can't control everything that happens in our lives, but we absolutely can control the way that we respond to these things. So if you're met with something that might be seen as an unfortunate situation, treat it well. Just don't let it get to you, no matter how difficult it may seem. And it can be very difficult. I do understand that. But again, just try to realize that we've only created these problems in our heads. That being said, I'm not saying to not care about external things. I think as a human, that's just impossible. You're going to care about other people. You're going to have goals that you care about. You're going to care about a lot of things in life. But it's about doing what's within your control to get the results that you want. It's just important to realize and truly understand that sometimes the result or the outcome is entirely out of your control. You may have heard this concept before. It's called outcome independence, I believe. And I think another important thing to touch on is that when we care about something external to ourselves, it's probably best that we become aware of that connection. Like if there's a test coming up and we want to do well on it, we have to be aware that if we don't do well on the test, it's going to affect the way we feel. Same thing goes with like a car or something. If you get in a car crash, you're probably going to be pretty upset about that. But it's important to realize that we care about the car because we've invested our emotion into it. Let's say you're in a minor car accident and everyone goes away unscathed, except for your car. There's a dent in your car. Nobody's hurt in that situation. You aren't hurt, and if you think there is a problem there, there is one. And I'm not saying that it wouldn't be annoying to have a dent in your car, but we as humans tend to create problems because we naturally like to solve problems. And if anyone is guilty of creating unnecessary problems, I would say that it is me. And it may be you as well, I don't know. But if you look back on this channel, a lot of it is centered around overcoming some kind of struggle. And recently, I've realized there is no struggle. Everything right now is where it needs to be to get you to where you need to be. The Stoics have this saying that in the present, you'll find all of the tools you need. And I think this is very true. We all ultimately are working towards some kind of end goal for ourselves, our dream life. And we all do definitely care about achieving this goal in our lives. So we are emotionally invested in it. And I think myself and maybe you as well have this constant nagging feeling like I need to be putting in more and more work so I can get to that goal. And I've just come to the realization it's just going to take time. Everything is where it needs to be right now. You don't have to change. Just keep putting in the work and the results will come. So if you're trying to achieve a certain amount of money in your bank account, you need to realize that goal is external to you. You can do things that are within your control to get to that goal, but ultimately, you may never get to that goal. The Stoics also have this saying, which is, hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. The Stoics have been very helpful for me in my life, especially right now, because somehow right now I feel like I'm at a low point. But that's made me kind of come to terms with the fact that I may be here for the rest of my life. And rather than feeling scared about that, I'm just getting comfortable with where I am. Yeah, and if I have something to leave off with, I would say whatever situation you're in right now, trust that it will get better. If you have a plan that things will work out, stick to the plan. Don't go off course. Keep doing what you're doing and trust that it will work out. Right now, I might be the most alone I ever have been. And if you're in the same boat as me, we aren't alone. That's also important to realize. You might feel like you're alone and you're struggling alone, but there are tons of other people in the world who feel the same way. So they have the exact same feeling as you. There are people in the world who understand what you're going through. Just hope for the best and prepare for the worst. I think that's all I have to say for this video. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna upload weekly from now on. No more of this bi-weekly nonsense. I'm just gonna get down to the brass tacks, upload weekly. So I will see you guys next Friday. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.
All right, I've been thinking. When life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Make life take the lemons back. Get mad! I don't want your damn lemons! What am I supposed to do with these? Demand to see life's manager. Make life rue the day it thought it could give Cave Johnson lemons. Do you know who I am? I'm the man who's gonna burn your house down with the lemons. I'm gonna get my engineers to invent a combustible lemon that burns your house down.